Welcome to the 2019 5-Minute Pitch presented by the Venture Forum out of Worcester. Thanks for braving this beautiful day and leaving your Budweisers at home and coming in and enjoying the pitch. If you remember last year, it was a mess. I had a terrible hair day last year, so I'm very thankful for the sunshine and the gentle breezes that I get to play in. So thank you, Mother Nature. My name is Scott Sutter. I own Strategic Risk Transfers. We're a commercial liability insurance brokerage that I actually moved to Worcester back in 2014 after seeing all the wonderful things that are happening in Worcester. There's cranes in the air. This town has a plan. It's something to bet on. And even more recently, as I move around town, I'm meeting more people that are moving in, specifically from Boston, these companies that are setting up these satellite locations that are taking advantage of the construction that's going on and the opportunities. So we are in, our timing in Worcester is wonderful. And the Venture Forum is a small part of that. Here we are, we're taking small business and we're giving them the opportunity, a podium to present themselves to you. So please support them, please give them your attention. We'll have some audience voting in a little bit, and I'll mention a little bit more of that as we go on. But another part of the community is a gentleman named Ron Frazier. He is the skipper of the Venture Forum right now, and I will welcome him to the stage. Ron Frazier.
I'm Ron Fraser, and I'm the chairman of the Venture Forum. And tonight is our 2019 5-minute pitch contest. To begin the 5-minute pitch contest, it started with over 50 companies and folks involved with those companies submitting their ideas, their dreams, their passions, and their vision. Out of that, we end up with 8 finalists that have an opportunity to continue to pitch, to sell, to present in an environment that's friendly, in an environment that's helpful, in an environment that can hopefully point them in a direction that will drive them to the next part of their life. So the 5-minute pitch contest is a little bit like Shark Tank without the drama or the celebrities. But before like I said, well, maybe there are some celebrities over there. We're going to find out. There you go. Over the last few months, the Venture Forum has been going through some, I'd say, growth and involvement with sponsorship and volunteers. One of our initiatives this year is going to be revamping our website, making sure it's up to the standards of today. If you did something 7 years ago, it's kind of old school, so we'll be working on that. If there are anybody in this room that feels like they have skills that they can offer to help us with that goal, we're all ears. I have a few people to thank, and 2 of these individuals started 5 months ago putting together tonight's event. And if you think about how much work and effort goes into creating an event like this, from the food, the posters, the presentations, evaluating all of the company's business plans and their products, it's just a lot of work and a lot of dedication. So I will tell you that I don't see Margaret from here, but Margaret McAvoy Ball and Pierce Leska have been doing tremendous work, and I'd just like a good round of applause for them tonight. Thank you very much. If it weren't for them, we wouldn't be able to pull nights like this off. I'd also like to mention folks who are on the executive committee and overall working to help the Venture Forum grow with its mission. Dick Prince is not here tonight. He just is going over hip surgery. Dick O'Brien, head of our marketing group right now. Dick is around here somewhere, and he's going to be heading up our image and social media and reach out campaign with our website and the internet. Nikki Richards is not here tonight, but she's been helpful with Instagram and Twitter and all these things I don't understand. Dan Eckberg, who's a good friend, also works for SCORE, has always been very helpful putting these programs together. Rick Powell is our treasurer and CPA. Lori Jones is around here somewhere. And so that's part of the executive committee that really helps out. I want to thank them from the bottom of my heart for all the work that they do. And now I would like to introduce one of our presenting sponsors, Mr. George Tetler from Bowditch, an attorney firm here from Worcester, Boston, and beyond.
Thank you, Ron. In fact, we do have global reach by virtue of being a part of something called the MCI Global Alliance. But our firm has its heritage in Worcester, and we are very much a part of the Worcester community, and not just the old Worcester community, but new Worcester and the startup community. Just a few weeks ago, we had an event, many of you in this room were there, on startups, and I think it was a good session. We really think that Worcester's on the move with startups. As you may know, Worcester was ranked in the top 10 of communities with emerging startups practices and involvements, and that's no small recognition. Other communities that were recognized were Atlanta, Raleigh-Durham, Denver, Portland, Oregon. So for Worcester to be in that company shows that all the effort that's been put into this over a very long period of time is paying some dividends. So our firm is delighted to sponsor this event, as we have for many years. We look forward to hearing the presentations and wish all of the presenters good luck. And if you need a lawyer, call Bowditch.
And we wouldn't be able to do any of this without our friends at WPI. WPI has been really involved with the Venture Forum since its inception. And I'd like to have Gina Betty come up just for a minute to talk a little bit about WPI, its involvement. And we thank you very much for your support.
I don't know how many of you in this room were here in 1990 when this organization started, but if you were around in the 1990s when the very first programs were held in classrooms that were empty, there were a lot of shenanigans that were going on and a lot of sneaking around. So it was very informal, founded by 3 alumni of WPI from the class of 1965. 2 of them are still around, and Jim Fee passed away, and the memorial fund was established for him. Great contributor. Anybody from the class of 65 here? No? I want to know what they were drinking or smoking, because they are the most inventive class that we've had on this campus. So just the fact that they started an organization that has been sustained this long and has made a great impact, not only in the city of Worcester, but beyond. We've had people come up from New York City for these pitch competitions, and formerly our business plan competition as well attracted a great circle, probably a 200-mile radius around the city of Worcester. So I like to think of Worcester as the heart of innovation, but I know Boston kind of overshadows us, but we're getting there. Our footprint is deep, it's big, and it's going to keep growing. The business school is proud to sponsor these events. I'm very proud, as a former executive director of this program, to have been part of it for 13 years, from 2000 to 2013. I miss you all. Thank you for your support in running this. These are all volunteer run, and sponsors provide the funding for these prizes and for the food, so thank you for that. And Bowditch and Dewey, formerly Bowditch and Dewey, was a founding sponsor. So let's give it up again for Bowditch. They've been here since 1990. Thank you. And good luck to everybody pitching tonight. Thank you.
So a special shout out to Joe Vignali, who is a past chairperson for the Venture Forum, and I forgot to mention one of our newest advisory board members, Phil Paul Wengender, who is the owner and founder of Greater Good. So our other sponsors, supporting sponsors, we have Greenberg, Rosenbach, Soley, the Jim Fee Memorial Fund, Fletcher Tilton, always been a great supporter. We have Berkshire Bank, who has been a great supporter over the last few years, Mass Ventures, Orgenex, one of our newer sponsors, Greater Good, Avidia Bank. We have the Worcester Business Journal, who's here tonight. Thank you for coming and covering this, as well as Charter TV. And now, I have the distinct pleasure of introducing our MC for the night. So Scott, this is his second time being the MC of our event, and he's going to walk us through the program. So if we could all have a big hand for Scott Suter.
Thanks, Ron. All right, so what I'll do is I'll walk through the board who is asking these wonderful questions of our presenters today. The first seated on the dais all the way to the left is Paul Silva. He's a lifelong entrepreneur and educator, passionate about helping people and teams create economic prosperity through their innovation. Thank you, Paul.
Wait, I have to interrupt. I pitched at this venture forum 19 years ago, my first company. So my thanks to all of you folks for helping me with my entrepreneurial dreams.
Seated on the inside left is Lori McPhee, currently managing director at Golden Seeds, an early stage investment firm with a focus on women leaders. Through Golden Seeds' work, she is a board of directors observer with Next Shift Robotics. And seated immediately to her left is David Fogel, managing director of Swifton CFOs LLC, an outsourced CFO firm that provides emerging businesses with strategic and cost-effective financial leadership. Thank you, Dave, for coming. Finally, to your right on the dais is David Slack, an entrepreneurial life sciences senior executive with experience in general management, new business development, sales and marketing, product development, and manufacturing, and a member of the Mass Medical Angels. Thanks, guys. So this is the schedule. So we're moving through the kickoff right now. So it's 6:15. My job is to keep this train on time. So we're going to keep this thing moving right along. So we'll start the pitches in a moment, and this is the way the pitches will work. They'll have 5 minutes. Each pitch contestant will have 5 minutes to present their ideas. When they have a minute left, they're going to see a yellow. So I used to be a soccer. If you're into soccer, this is what it looks like. So you're going to get a yellow card. When you're done at 5 minutes, you will get a red card and you will stop, okay? And at that point, once you're done, the judges will be allowed to ask you questions for another 5 minutes. And after that 5 minutes is up, we will bring up the next presenter. In fact, I'm going to have to vamp for a little bit because they have to score that presenter, so be prepared for a lot of bad dad jokes, okay? So I came armed this year. So with that said, let's talk about the audience participation. So it's open right now. So if you want to start voting right now, you can. We'll be able to tell who all the moms, dads, and business owners are if you vote now. So what we can do is if you go to this www.sli.do, and there are going to be 2 codes that you're going to put in because there's 2 competitions going on right now. There's the 5-minute pitch where we are right now in the innovation lab, which is taking place in the next room if you've gone over there. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the website. This is a screenshot of the page. When you get to the sli.do, there's the 2 codes to the right side of the screen here. So when you start voting for the 5-minute pitch, you're going to put that U317 into where the arrow is pointing to. That's going to bring you to the vote. You're going to be allowed to vote once. You could try to vote a few times. I've tried it myself. It didn't work. So whatever they did, they got it figured out. So go in, vote once for whoever your favorite presenter is, and we'll have a check and some prize money for that presenter later on in the evening after everything is done. It is live, so once you do vote, you'll actually be able to see who's winning live, which is really cool. So new this year. So we will move through, and we will bring our first presenter. The presenters are in random. We just chose them at random. So let's see who our first presenter is. Gentle gripper for foods. Come on up. Your 5 minutes starts when you start talking. Good luck and have fun.